Well, 2 Months Know is looking into the power restoration process. Now, this right here is the flow chart. If there is nothing wrong with the source or transmission lines or substation, then really the work is going to then move on to here. That is where the main power lines are that deliver power to the area as a whole. And then as it kind of moves down the line, it's the emergency and essential services like hospitals. Usually all this would be in day one when it gets all the way down here. But what you're asking is, what about this? This is your neighborhood. Unless you're on the grid with the hospital or the emergency services, you're probably looking at day 2.
You may see us drive through your neighborhood shortly after the storm and not stop. We haven't forgotten about you. We're just driving through the community to assess damage and build a plan that can get as many people back on as quickly as we can.
Well, Jeff Brooks with Duke Energy says winter storms are so much more difficult than the summer storms. And part of that is what Tim has been showing you, like on this map here. You see the estimated rain power outage risk, and you're seeing these different shades and colors. Brooks says the shades that you see on this computer map actually show up on the ground as a sharp line.
And it's really interesting because as you drive into an outage area, you often see a very sharp line where those outages start. And that's because that's where the temperature changed or the precipitation changed over to rain or something else.
Now, it takes several hours, like between 4 and 6 hours to fix one outage. To put that in perspective for you, and I want you to listen carefully here, follow me, there's a lot of numbers. The New Year's Day storm had a total of 6,000 outages. That's not the amount of customers, that's the number of outages. If each one of that, 6,000, took the minimal amount of time, which would be 4 hours, that would be 24,000 hours total. And if you had 200 crews, that's about 120 hours for each crew. And if they worked all the way around the clock, you're still looking at 5 days worth of work. Hey, I want you to grab your phone, take a screenshot of this. If your power goes out, simply text the word OUT to 57801. You can also call Duke Energy 1-800-POWER-ON to report an outage. And you do want to report it because once you do, you'll get updated information on when your power is due to be restored.